Throughout my basketball career, I have learned that scoring more points isn't as easy as it sounds. But after countless mistakes and thousands of hours of training, I have discovered the key principles of scoring. These principles helped me go from scoring 13 points on varsity as a sophomore in high school to 410 in my junior year, alongside an MVP award and a first team all-conference award. Make sure to stay for all 12 principles, because if you want to increase your basketball scoring average fast, you have to apply all of them together. Principle number 1, go big or go home. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Ask yourself this: if you continue trending in the way you are right now, doing the same training, doing the same routine, will you have a positive result by the end of it? If not, you got to change it. When I was in high school, I was crazy for shooting as much as I did. I shot at least 400 shots a day for a long period of time. But that helped me become an amazing shooter. If you want to be the exception, your training must be exceptional. Principle number 2, master off-ball movement. If you want to score more, you need to move when you don't have the ball. Think about guys like Stephen Curry. He runs around the entire court, he tires out the defense, and he finds the gaps, and he shoots as soon as he catches that basketball because the defender can't keep up with him. Something that an old coach of mine taught me was how to read backdoor cuts. So something he told me that was really easy to remember was, Mark, if you see the back numbers of your opponent's jersey, you cut backdoor. And that's what I did, man. If I ever saw their numbers, boom, I'm gone. Other coaches might say if they turn their head. Whatever works for you. As soon as you see a defender stops looking at you, get behind them, cut back door, easy layup. Now, having great off-ball movement requires great conditioning. I'm actually going to speak on conditioning later in this video, so stay tuned. Principle number 3, run and transition. The most efficient possession in the NBA is the fast break. That's a real stat. You can look it up. If you want easy points, you need to run the floor. When you are just trying to score in the half court, you're making the game so difficult on yourself. Whenever you have the opportunity to, get down the court, run transition, and make something happen. Get easy points. Principle number 4. This is something that is totally in your control. Be aggressive. You can't play scared or nonchalant and expect to score the basketball. And I just want to break a myth for you guys right now. The whole nonchalant hooper thing, that's a myth. It's a lie. The guys who look calm in games are killers in training. You know how I know that? I played against players that were exactly like that. Oh my goodness, I remember this one particular time, there was this guy that was the definition of a nonchalant basketball player. He was a hooper. And I questioned it. I was like, dude, like, I can guard this kid. Like, I feel like his movements are slow and everything. Like, what's going on? Oh my goodness. Whoo! I got cooked by this guy. And I watched him train one time. And man, his training is completely different. Like, he's not nonchalant all the time. The reason why his game looks so effortless is because of how hard he works. And to get back to you now, playing aggressive, I want you to recognize the gaps when they come. A lot of players get so caught up in thinking, oh man, I'm not going to be able to do anything. These guys are bigger than me. They're stronger. They're whatever. You're focusing on all the obstacles when you need to focus on the gaps. Whenever you have an opportunity to score, take it and don't second guess yourself about it. Just do it. Principle cinco. Is that how you say principle in Spanish? I don't know. Know your reads. Scoring is often about recognizing patterns. If the defender sags off, you shoot, right? If a defender goes over the screen, you're going to drive by him. Those are the little patterns that you're going to see happen a lot in games. And the more you can recognize them, the easier and the slower the game will come to you. Recognizing these patterns is like having a spot in your mind where you store everything. It's in the vault. And you can just take from that vault whenever you're in new games. It's all instinct at that point because you've memorized the pattern so much. Man, it doesn't take me longer than a millisecond to see, oh, my defender went under the screen, so now I'm going to shoot. Even if I miss, I don't care. I know that's the right read to make. So here's something for you to remember, man. When the game slows down for you, the rate of your scoring increases. Principle number 6, man. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Scoring more requires shooting more. And let me tell you something, man. Shooting more means you're going to miss more. I'm not going to do it again. But that's okay, man. If you're scoring more, you're shooting more, you're going to miss more. That's all part of the process. But you have to be honest with yourself, right? Before you go into games shooting 20 shots, be honest. Ask yourself, have I trained enough to deserve shooting more shots? If not, change that. All right? Work hard first so you can earn the right to shoot more. A lot of players will fall into a bad habit of thinking, okay, I got to be more aggressive. I got to shoot more. And they take the worst shots possible. But you need to understand that the game will give you more opportunities. You just have to open your eyes more to see it. Principle number 7, improve your conditioning. When I played AAU basketball back in my sophomore year, there was a big problem. I would score around 20 points in the first half of those games. And then I would finish the games with 23, 24. It wasn't my skill that was the problem. It was my conditioning. But once I fixed that in the offseason, I came back to AAU in my junior year, and I averaged 25 plus points per game. Conditioning is simple. It's just uncomfortable. I have a lot of players ask me, hey, Mark, I don't know how to condition. What should I do? I think you do know. And you're just asking me the questions because you don't want to face the truth. You don't want to face the music. You got to run. You got to jump. You got to push yourself. You got to have some high-intensity training. I know it sucks. But if you truly want to score more points in basketball, you want to be that guy, you want to become a different player this season, you got to put yourself through some pain, man. How much are you willing to sacrifice, bro? By the way, if you want to become a different player by next season, book a call with me using the link in the description. At the time of this recording, I have 9 spots left for my coaching. So get on that. Principle 8, break limiting beliefs. So I got this comment the other day, and I wanted to share it with all of you. Somebody watched my video titled, How to Get Better at Basketball So Fast It Feels Like Cheating. By the way, that video has over 100,000 views now, which is awesome. Anyway, they commented, dude, that's impossible. Nice title, but nope, not gonna happen. And you know what? That's fair. That's their opinion. They don't believe it'll work for them, even though it's worked for other people. I'll put those comments on screen. But I just replied to that comment by saying this. Whether a man thinks he can or thinks he can't, he is right. You know, if you create these limiting beliefs for yourself, you've created a fake ceiling. It doesn't exist. It's a glass ceiling that you can just break through. And I think a lot of you who struggle with those limiting beliefs would say, oh, well, I'm not special. I'm not unique. I wasn't given talent at birth. I don't have the right genetics, right? Okay. By saying all that, you're telling me you're built different. So the same principles that work for everyone else, that if you work hard, you keep a strong mindset, all of that stuff, you won't be able to find success even if you do those same things. To me, that's illogical. And you're putting yourself on a pedestal higher than everybody else. Is that what you're trying to do? I don't know, man, but that's what it seems like. If you want success, just follow the success principles of working hard, not giving up, strong mindset. Like, you know it. But you're counting yourself out and saying, oh, no, it's not going to work for me. Why? Why won't it work for you? Man, I'm 5'9", unathletic, you name it. But I was still able to become an MVP of my team. I made first team all conference twice. I went through a broken shoulder injury, came back 5 weeks later with nerve damage, and still averaged 2 3-pointers made per game. Like, this stuff fires me up because it ticks me off how some people will just not give themselves any credit, but at the same time, they will see themselves as so unique, such a special little snowflake that deserves everything but can't get anything. Like, it's such a victim mindset, and I don't want you to fall into that. And if you are in that right now, look, man, I'm not mad. It's just like, I want more for you. And I think you want more for yourself as well. So apply yourself fully and actually see what you're capable of, man. Principle number 9, trust in God. God is your strength, and God is your confidence. Philippians 4:13 reads, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And one of my new favorite verses, because this popped up at a pretty miraculous time, is Psalm 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the defense or strength of my life. Whom shall I dread? Also, when it comes to being confident and trusting in God, that doesn't mean you believe nothing bad will ever happen. But what it means is you understand that no matter what happens, bad or good, God is always with you. It is written, "If I make my bed high in the heavens, you are there. And if I make my bed deep in the depths of Sheol, you are there." Principle number 10. Live with your decisions. Hesitation kills scoring. Don't avoid decisions on the basketball court. Choose to learn from them. If you make the wrong choice, adjust for next time. Here's something you need to think about. If you have two options within a decision, you have a 50-50 chance of choosing correctly. But with indecision, you don't choose an option, you have a 0% chance of choosing the right option. So make a decision and live with the decision and know that you gave it your best. Principle number 11. Practice game like. Your training should look like your games. Most online drills that you see, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, whatever, they do not translate to the game of basketball at all. Practice the actions you'll actually see in games. For me, when I was in high school, we had a lot of dribble handoffs on the wing. So religiously, I just practiced coming off the wing, catching that handoff, pulling up for a jumper. I did that over and over and over again. And then I created a counter to that, and a counter to the counter, and a counter to the counter to the counter. To me, it's become a simple concept, but to others in the basketball community, they don't seem to grasp it. If you want your practices to translate to the games, they have to be game-like. I don't see what's so difficult to understand about that. Principle number 12. Watch and study film. You can study any film, whether it's NBA, college, FIBA, whatever you want. Look online, look up full basketball games, filter it by videos that are over 20 minutes long. You got that. If you want to study your own film, you also have to record your own games. And if you're looking at me right now saying, oh, well, my parents don't want to record or my friends don't want to, that's fine. Buy a cheap tripod on Amazon for less than $10. Set it at the end of your bench or somewhere on the bleachers and just point it at the court. Nothing is actually stopping you from recording your games, so get that idea out of your head now. Now, if you would like to learn how to watch and study film in more detail, I got a video for you right here. But as always, keep God first. Stay blessed, bro. I love y'all boys, man.